What's up, y'all? Welcome to Girlapeutic. It's your home of therapeutic girl talk. Listen, today, okay, we have an interesting video.
We don't know, y'all.
Cause they don't know
really
what this
don't
video
know.
is about. Okay, so listen, if y'all have y'all seen Ready to Love? Well, they're on season 5 now, okay? And I want to bring my girls some type of singles that's on this show.
Ooh.
And I want to hear their opinions about some of these singles. Are they a catch? Can you work with it? Or is it throw it back into the sea, okay?
Ooh.
Is it get another fish? We are going to do...
There's a lot of them out there, so.
There's a lot of fish in there. So we're going to do both men and female. And I want to hear y'all's opinions on... We're not doing all of the candidates or the contestants on this show, but we're going to do some of them, okay? Do y'all know what Ready to Love is?
I've seen the preview.
Okay. So Ready to Love is on OWN, okay? And so what happens is, it's all black folks, right? So what they do, it's a dating show, essentially. So say there's... I forget the exact number, but say there's like 7 women and 7 men. All right. So there's an elimination process. Like each week, somebody goes home. Maybe one person, maybe 2 people. But the whole goal is for you to make a match and a connection with someone who is in this dating experience with you. So they're not staying in the same place. Like they don't live in the same place.
Okay.
I think most of them. Now they did do a season where they were in like a designated area, but sometimes they're like in a state that every person lives in. So it'd be like if all the contestants were in Indiana, or if all the contestants, like if the show was shooting, this line has given me a list, but if the show was shooting
It's getting better.
in Ohio, and then you have people from like Kentucky and Indiana and stuff like that coming as well. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so I forgot where they are this time. Is it Texas? No,
Texas.
it's somewhere East Coast. Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's DC actually.
Oh,
Something like that. But listen, we're gonna go over the types of singles, and also keep in mind, my dear ladies, all of these people are over 30.
Period.
Ooh, okay. Because
We just talked
we
about
just
this.
talked about this. Baby, you 35. Come on.
Come on.
It ain't giving all that's supposed to give. But here we go.
You know what?
So I'm gonna
She
start.
getting on my nerves.
I'm gonna talk about who I'm gonna start with, because I'm gonna work my way up. Okay. I'm going to start with a contestant. His name is Dante, I think.
Okay.
Look at you.
Let me tell you something now.
Is he a dread?
He has 3 kids by 3 different women.
No, ma'am. Oh. Not for me.
Keep in mind, everybody's over 30. Some are in their 40s.
Don't care, no.
Is it a catch or is it?
Am I dating?
I'm a pet.
Yeah, that's too many.
You don't think he got a
With 3
rehabilitation?
With 3 different baby mamas?
He could be rehabilitated.
It's not even that. It's the fact that I don't have it. I'm not doing
You don't have the capacity.
Yeah, I don't have
You wanna do
time. It's not.
Is it a red flag?
No.
I wouldn't say
It's
it's a
just
red
not for
flag.
me.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not what I want.
Because some people in the comments thought that Dante was a red flag because he has 3 baby mamas.
I don't think that's a red flag because there's a lot of folks out here who got
Plenty of
17
baby
to 20 different women that they have slept with, or men they done slept with, they just ain't pregnant.
So it just comes down to preference.
Just come
Right. They just,
Like, what you-
unfortunately,
what
It just happened.
You
It
got
just happened.
oopsies.
Yeah.
I'm saying it comes down to the person, like the dater's preference, if they want to deal with that or not.
Right.
Yeah, because people date. I mean, you ain't dating just one person in your lifetime.
Right.
So I mean, things happen.
And he's, you know.
And what's the age of these children?
No, well,
Now, if
You got 3 newborns.
if he got hood twins,
If he
that's what they
got-
call him.
yeah.
They're the same age.
now that's
different
where we
parents.
say red flag. But if it's you got a 2-year-old, you got a 5-year-old,
Right. And
you
a
got
10-year-old. Right.
It's some distance. Means
Right.
you may be spending a little time with these women.
You might need
But,
to, cause sound like got a loose kid.
You know what?
Listen,
Mother said probably you probably need to go down to the
take
doctor.
precaution.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. The next one that we're going to talk about
Dang, that was
is...
quick.
Cause no.
I have a lot of...
No.
It's just no at that point.
Yes.
The next one that we're going to talk about is Walter, okay? Walter is in his 40s.
I was about to say, Walter sound. Oh.
Because his name...
I met a cool Walter.
Listen, he's in his 40s.
No.
He has, over time... Okay, I gotta give you this backstory. So,
Okay.
he dated his girlfriend for 9 years. I think it was in college, and then I think he was cheating on her like during that time, right? Then she kind of gave him an ultimatum, like, you're gonna have to do right by me. We need to have a trajectory for this relationship. They ended up getting married. They were only able to be married for 1 year before she passed away.
Oh.
And it was because they were trying to have kids, and she died during like one of the surgeries or whatever.
Oh man.
But listen to what I'm saying, okay? So he often talks about, he's meeting these other contestants. He talks about, well, they already know his wife passed. He talks about his mother. I think his mother passed away in his arms. And then he also talks about, listen to what I'm saying though, he also talks about his lack of connection with his father. He says his father lives in another country. Basically, he tried to connect with his father, and his father was like, I'm at your sister's house. Like, basically, I don't have time to communicate with you. Okay? Here's the issue with Walter, or the thing with Walter. It's giving trauma bonds.
I was gonna say, he has a lot of trauma.
He connects with people with their trauma, and there's a lot of women who feel like they've connected with him. There was one woman on the show who actually cried talking to him. But is that a catch, or is it not? Because Walter is really building these relationships off of the trauma that he has experienced in his life.
I would say get healed.
Thank you, because when you said that, I instantly felt like, oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Which makes you want to
It
be
grows
makes you
off
want to be
empathy.
like, be there for him.
Right. Yeah. So no.
Could it also be a setup? Because we know that he was shucking and jobbing for 9 years of that lady's life.
Now let me
And
tell
I
you
was gonna say, was he
something.
truly changed, or did she just so happen to pass away? Because he could have cheated if she, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Now and now you a hot mess if you using that to get.
No. Yeah.
Now everybody already knows that. People know that story, but the main ones that he has built connection, like I said, is his mom dying, and the lady was crying because I think she had a similar. She takes care of her mother, and so she connected with him on that, and was like literally in tears, and he was consoling her, wiping her tears and things.
No,
of that
because
nature.
my mom's still here, so.
And not even that, but like that doesn't mean like. You can have compassion, and I could cry, but still know that it's a no.
There, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You
like
can have empathy with
that's why you got to be careful with how you feel, and not necessarily always thinking because I felt this and it
That you
caused
have to
me to
date
cry.
them.
Exactly.
I have a connection with this person.
Or I need to fix them or heal them.
Yeah, you
or
may
help
have
them.
compassion and empathy for somebody, but that doesn't mean there's a connection.
Yep.
I think you have to
Facts.
be mindful.
That's
of that.
beautiful.
Because y'all bonding off trauma that could be healed, and then y'all don't have nothing.
And then what?
Y'all connected.
I was just saying that,
Yeah.
and then I heard you say it while I was thinking it. That's so true. Because a person could get healed from that trauma, and then we no longer have that bond.
Yeah.
Because what you are still griping on, I'm healed from. I've learned how to deal with it.
Yeah.
Pass, Walty.
Pass on Walter. Okay. We're gonna stay with the brothers.
Walter needs to get healed.
You want to stay with the brothers, or you want to go to a woman?
I'm the brothers.
You stay with the brothers? All right.
How many brothers we got?
I don't know. I got notes though. Let's go to Corey. Corey is the one. Now he just went home. I mean, I'm gonna say that. But Corey is the one people. The fans was not liking Corey. Corey has been on too many dates. He has been on 100 dates.
He's single.
Corey is very touchy-feely. And Corey is also what he calls himself the copy and paste guy. Meaning, what he meets and says to you, he's going to meet and say to you,
Pass.
And he's going to do that to see who sticks, who actually wants to, who wants to go on a date with him.
Ew. No. Next.
That's a pass. Like, don't even see. But here's how. Let me shut up. That's just a pass.
Now I'm gonna go ahead to a female because Mumin. All right.
What?
Mumin is her name.
Oh, okay.
Actually, she's on this show, but she's a singer with Ty Tribbett. She's a singer. But here you go. So she is celibate. Okay. She says she has a habit of overlooking red flags.
Ooh,
Okay.
Mother can relate.
And here,
Mother can relate.
here's the thing, though.
Maybe good.
This is this is from my view. I'm writing this down as a viewer. I said she's a sympathy dater. Why? Because she went on a date with Corey because he changed her tire. She was not interested in him prior to that. He changed her tire. She thought it was very
Nice of him.
nice of him to do that. Decided to go on a date, and now she's dating a weirdo because he's interested in her.
Oh, so she's still dating Corey.
She was dating Corey. Now let me tell you something. The thing with Corey is Corey copied and pasted her. Corey told
I love how you're presenting.
Corey told Mumin that he wanted her to meet. Here's the thing. Corey was leaving notes around the pool for another girl called named Courtney, right? Courtney liked Corey, and she was flattered by the notes. Now
that he was copy and pasting everybody else.
But Courtney thought he was a weirdo prior too. But this is how Corey gets people. It's the touching. It's listen, it's the gifts. It's like he's kind of corny, but it's corny like
what is that called? Like those grandiose gestures, over flattery type of like
something like that. Tell her how beautiful she is, giving her eye contact, whatever.
That's
but
a red flag to me.
He looks like a car salesman. He looks like a liar to me.
Right.
But let me tell you something. He was leaving notes. Leaving notes for Courtney. Let me tell you. So Mumin, Courtney brings it up in like their girl chat time, where they talk about who's getting eliminated with the host. Mumin brings it up to Corey. What does Corey say? Corey says, Mumin says, were you leaving notes for Courtney? Corey said, did you see me leaving notes?
Stop playing with me.
For Courtney?
And what she say? I guess that's true.
He said, what makes you think that I was leaving notes? Why don't we just talk about what I have going on with you? Like what?
Ew, master manipulator.
Mumin actually surprised me. She wasn't going for it. She knew that something was wrong.
Good.
But what I'm saying is, what do you guys think about the sympathy dater? The one who has been
a settler.
She has been single for so long that now it's kind of like any attention she gets, she's holding on to it and seeing what it is instead of like rejecting it when it comes to play.
The only benefit of the doubt that I would give her is the fact that how is she supposed to know that he was a weirdo?
Oh, baby.
She knew.
You can tell.
Oh, okay.
Like you can tell. You can sniff out somebody who's weird most of the time.
For sure.
And that's when he was given like, even on the first day there, he was searching for like pulling other women, telling other women the same thing. He told Mumin that he wanted her to meet his parents and that he takes it serious. And Mumin found out later, Courtney randomly brought it up, that he had told her the same thing.
Lord reveal it.
See, but that's the thing. I'm not sympathy dating.
Yeah.
I'm not time for that. What you think I need to go out and, especially with her getting the tire change.
I was gonna say, not she even the bare minimum changing my tire.
She did not ask him. Her tire had like.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I appreciate your help, but don't do things because you expect something in return.
Yep.
I'm not going out on a date with somebody that I don't want to be. Why would I do that to myself?
Baby, I will call AAA before I do anything like that.
Yeah, you better be happy with being by yourself.
So what's our advice to Mumin?
No sympathy dating, Mumin.
You're gonna waste your time.
Be content in your singleness. You need to go back on tour with Ty. And stay focused.
Stay focused.
And then God will bring you your mate. But don't be doing it.
You're not gonna have me somewhere I don't want to be. Because I'm gonna have attitude that I'm there. You're just gonna be mad at yourself.
She kind of fell for him a little bit though, but I think it was his manipulation that took over.
Because that's what'll happen.
But we're gonna move on to the next person.
Copy and paste manipulate.
It sure does. We're gonna talk about we're gonna stay with the sisters for a second. We're gonna talk about Tisa. Tisa, I think that's how you say it. Tisa, she talks a lot about her accomplishments. Okay, she comes off as she owns a tech company.
Oh, nice. That's
so
dope.
it's very dope. But she comes off as confident, but her actions say differently. Now I say this because her first day there, she was in the bottom too. She wasn't expecting that. I think she came in thinking that she was going to be the men's type, and nobody chose her. So she was kind of bothered by that, and her attitude definitely shifted after that. So a lot of the guys kind of don't like the fact that she's very, I don't know, like she just hones in on the professional aspect, but like won't actually get to know someone past that.
It's very surface level. I was just thinking that like maybe she's overcompensating for her accomplishments, and I'm not taking away from that, but I'm saying as far as like that's like her personality trait, like you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and that's all you really have to offer is your professionalism.
Well, that's all you think you have to offer.
Yeah. So I mean naturally I'll probably be like, well, I don't know what else you could offer, so I'm probably gonna go to the next person who can give me that and something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think she probably needs to figure out who she really is.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happens a lot of times when people are very successful professionally. They think that's who they are. So I am a tech company owner. You know, I created this. But then if you don't have that, what else are you? Yeah.
And that can stem from just maybe like feeling like maybe she had to live up to a certain expectation. Who knows?
Or she didn't get time to actually know herself. Because that can happen, especially you building a tech company. You're going to be focused on that.
And you're black in tech too?
Yeah, but you can't neglect your inner man.
Yeah.
Which it sounds like that's what was going on there.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna stay with Tisa for a second, because Tisa says that she wants somebody who is medium ugly. She says you can't get you no fine man. You gotta get you a medium ugly man to where he's not ugly, but he's not beautiful. He right somewhere in the middle. She says because that man will drink your bathwater. She said that man.
Okay.
She said that man will adore you.
But
medium uglies.
What's that? Two can play that game.
Period.
When mother fixed up Bobby.
Oh, you can't.
Fixed him up. And Bobby turned on her. He was ugly.
Got Bobby new teeth.
Just about to say.
I mean, everything. So it's about
means
character.
nothing.
It has nothing to do with what you look like out here. Because you can be fine and be faithful, or you can be fine and cheat. You can be ugly and cheat. You can be medium ugly and do whatever you want.
Because they can be medium ugly,
it's your
but
character.
that your character, your personality drew them in. So why do you think that another woman with the same mindset as you would want that brother and he gonna go cheat on you? Because it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Like a cheater is gonna be a cheater
regardless of what they look like.
Yeah, like, and we're not gonna sit here and act like beauty ain't subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So you don't think she's right with the medium ugly?
No, she's not right. Because medium ugly gonna cheat on you, sis.
Yeah.
They can.
They.
But my fine.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go on.
Because I'm sorry, just the medium ugly. Because why? I'm not trying to look at something that I think is medium ugly. I'm not. Just the same way men want to look at something that they enjoy looking at, so do women.
Yep.
Why do women be acting like looks don't matter? Yes, they do. But I mean, it's the character that.
Honey, you ain't never gonna.
But you can't take somebody who is medium ugly and elevate.
And is. Because when we talk about ugly here, we're just talking about the way that they, like, certain things can make someone appear ugly when really all they need is a haircut.
Yeah. Right. But that's not medium ugly.
You're just not up to par.
Okay.
Medium ugly is you, on my list, you a 3.
All right.
Well, that ain't medium
I'm
ugly.
That then. You're right. So you can take medium ugly and make it better, but you know somebody else, sometimes it's about how you dress, because, like, Jay-Z is not cute.
Oh, not at all. But sometimes when he be putting on something, you have you thinking like,
it will have you like,
oh, maybe he's not that bad.
I ain't never thought it.
Never.
Really?
But
I don't think he's cute. But he has moments where you're like, oh, he doesn't look that bad.
He don't look that bad today.
Now, if he was Joe Schmo without the billions, you would be like, oh.
I'm trying to think if it's somebody like that I think.
Child Kofi. All right, next.
Now hold on.
No, she did not do that.
All right, we're moving on.
Kofi's not ugly though.
No, but now she got a point though, because what if he stripped himself of all his stuff? Like, now she just brought me. Now she just had a valid point.
She didn't have a valid point. Oh,
what did you get on his side?
I'm not on his side, but what I'm saying is he's not ugly.
He's not ugly though. He's not ugly.
No, he's not. Because listen, if Kofi was dusty, he would still be cute. It's just he's just cute.
But I see your point. That's why I was like, well, what if you strip like somebody who's textbook fine and you strip all that stuff?
But listen to me. You gotta use another example because Kofi is cute.
Kofi's fine.
Okay, well,
you strip all that.
Because I don't think I think he's a 7.
You know who it is? Michael
That's not medium ugly.
We need to do Michael Ealy. Because Michael E. Everybody think he is so fine.
In barbershop,
but after that, he's not fine. I'm sorry, Michael.
Oh, she just cussed.
Respect.
All right,
but he's not. But he's not fine.
What?
No, he's not.
He got what?
He got like
he has pretty
interesting
eyes.
After you know what it was, and I hate to say this.
It ain't just the eyes. Don't do Michael like that. Don't stare at this camera talking about he got.
No, Michael's fine. I think when I found out who he was married to, I got a little.
Okay, well then let's do Jay Ellis. Jay Ellis. You take that stuff away from him, he's not fine. You take insecure away from him, nobody's looking at Jay Ellis.
I feel like he's fine or insecure.
That's what I'm saying. If you take that away from him, get down to the bone of it.
He's not medium ugly though. He could just be corny.
I don't think he's medium ugly either. I'm trying to think of a good example of who we can take away.
Thank you.
I'm trying to listen because we clearly ain't on the same page.
Points were made. Points are valid here.
But Kofi, that's not right.
No, Kofi looks like he work on cars.
And okay, how is that ugly?
It's not ugly if that's your profession.
Not you. Not they on the.
Okay, I know somebody who we can do. Denzel.
That's valid.
Okay. That's
Denzel Washington. Now
That's
I will
valid.
say
Training Day.
Malcolm X. I said Denzel.
That's valid. Training
days. Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say Denzel. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that,
yeah,
just giving Uncle
Idris.
Excuse me.
Idris Elba.
Now, Miss Girl.
I'm just asking. I never found him attractive.
Oh, I do.
You never
See,
found
but
him attractive?
here's the thing. Sometimes
I do.
it's the way a man walks.
Wow. Listen, my grandmother. I don't know the same thing. Cause my grandmother from Daddy's Little Girl. She said we was watching it the first time. She said, "Oh, that man gotta walk on
That
him."
man gotta walk. Oh my gosh.
She said that man gotta. And every time he would come across, she said that man can walk.
Because here's the thing. I feel like when a man can walk, I just feel like that's
wisdom right there.
Every time she said that man can walk.
That's what
that
I'm
man gotta
saying.
walk
Oh,
on.
I'm gonna have to consider that.
He
gotta walk on me.
And I also think partially that's why so many older women went crazy over Denzel, because he gotta walk. Yeah, he gotta walk. He gotta walk.
He gotta live.
Even with Jay-Z, like y'all said with the outfits, sometimes it's the swagger that
Jay-Z looks like he trips.
I'm not
He
talking
got
about his
Berlin.
walk. I'm not talking about Jay-Z's walk. I'm talking about how he dresses.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sometimes the swagger of somebody will take them to another level that they really don't need to be on.
She said he looks like he trips.
I'll say that about Michael B. Jordan though, because y'all know how I felt about him. But his walk, I've seen him walk. He looks very dorky.
Let me tell you something, because I didn't want to do it either,
but I was glimpsing at you.
because I was about to utter.
Can we cut the camera? Cause
She just said the other day that Michael B. Jordan looked good in that NBA 75th anniversary commercial. So whatever
she pointed it out.
that's about to say, no, it ain't the truth.
All right, I'm gonna move on to a fella, and his name is Carrington. Okay, Carrington he's kind of condescending. Okay, he is the representative. That's what kind of guy he is. The representative. Okay. Now, if you know what the representative is in a guy, it's the person that shows us or shows up as who they aren't. Okay.
Ooh,
but
imposter.
It's an imposter. It makes you believe because of the confidence that they look like they have.
Very charming.
And the success that they look like they have. It comes off as something that they actually aren't. It's the representative. It's who I want you to think that I am versus who I truly am. That's who this guy is. And I say that because Carrington says he's 30 plus. But Carrington says that he has never been in a relationship.
Oh.
Carrington also says that he's never cheated. I never cheated.
How you gonna cheat in a relationship?
I've never cheated because I've never been in a relationship. But Carrington also has a child.
So what you doing? One night stand?
Carrington been faking.
Now here's my take on it. Carrington, does that mean that these women have been thinking that they were in a relationship with you, but you were thinking that you weren't in a relationship with them because you don't want to commit? What y'all think about Carrington?
I'm a pass on Carrington.
Yeah, Carrington is a pass.
Cause not you in the. I mean, I understand like that.
Is that a red flag if you're in your 30s and never dated?
But what's up?
Anyone, seriously?
Well, you got a child, so you've done something. So not you lying. To your point, I think that's exactly what you said. So either you just been in situationships and these women were thinking that they were in relationships.
You're making them think maybe that they're in a relationship.
But not that if you have a child, you dated. I'm sorry. Even if it was just having sex or a one night stand, I don't care. You had some type of relational that was more than a friend with somebody. So you did something.
Yeah, and I also feel like anytime you start to realize that what somebody is trying to give off is not who they are, don't waste your time.
Cause who are you dating at
Yeah,
that point?
like you don't. Why do you feel like you need to do that? Why do you feel like you need to present another person to me?
Because they're not. They don't.
Because then I'm gonna be mad when the real person come out and I don't like you.
Right. Mm-hmm. He also doesn't take rejection well, and if y'all ever watched the show, when he got eliminated, he was very kind of rude to the girl. Like, okay,
Carrington.
Ego.
All right, next person. We're gonna go to Sister Courtney. Now, remember I told you Courtney, Corey. Okay. Courtney also has another person who she's interested in. His name is Cornelius, I think. Now, Cornelius is your Southern charmer. Okay. He's also celibate. Okay. But Courtney is very sexual, and Courtney says, "I'm not waiting. She wants him."
It's giving Jezebel.
But listen, she said she's not waiting for it. She said she needs to test drive it.
No, test drive somebody else. Cornelius is trying to wait.
Stay strong in the spirit, Corny.
My thing is, what would you say to what is Sister Courtney giving?
Sister Courtney,
Jezebel.
Don't be pressuring somebody into doing something.
Right.
Trying to change my morals. Don't do that. Goodbye. Don't. This is what I hate about certain people at times. Don't test my boundaries.
Right.
If you know that I don't want to have sex before I get married, don't keep trying to test that to see how far we can go.
Ooh.
Don't do that. That's so inconsiderate. Because that's what you want to do.
Right.
You go do that with somebody else because we're not doing it over here.
Right. It's almost like she's chasing something because she gets a thrill out of the fact that he's strong. He feels strongly about this. And Corny, stay prayed up, honey. Because I
think that's disrespectful.
It is. It's
don't
very
be trying to test
you're
my
disrespecting what is valuable to me, and if you respected me as a person, you would respect what I value.
Yeah.
So especially if you talk about you interested in me.
Yeah.
No, you interested in.
So you think Courtney should find somebody else who don't?
Courtney needs to find somebody else.
She needs to go on Plenty of Fish or Tinder and get
because you can be with somebody who is okay with doing that.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, one of us is going to. It's either you gonna come over this way or I'm gonna come over this way, but we're both gonna be disappointed.
There's a way it's gonna be had.
Yeah, because either you didn't want to wait and you had to wait, so you're gonna be mad about that, or I'm gonna give in and I'm gonna be mad about that. So just go do what
she's
you want to do with somebody else.
Very attainable. Like,
that's
why she's acting like that's hard to do. Like, girl, you can walk out your
anybody
front
can
door.
I'm ready to have sex,
and they're gonna come running. You know what
I mean?
No,
like,
why she acting like
in the day and age that we live in?
Yeah,
this girl.
She don't have to go after this one guy.
Leave that brother alone.
Put it on Instagram.
Right. Like,
put it on your story.
I think that says something too. Also, being with someone who's on the same track as you.
Yes.
You know, date somebody who you don't have to convince for anything.
Yeah.
If you are somebody who doesn't want to wait, find you somebody else who doesn't want to wait. Right. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next person. All right. So we talked about Courtney. So we're gonna talk about Cornelius.
Courtney, I'm overused to this.
Courtney,
don't
baby. Let her go.
Okay, but listen,
let her go.
I'm not sure how much Cornelius wants to wait. Now I kind of set y'all up on that, only because
it's getting Aaron and Karen.
A little bit. If y'all know sisters, it's kind of giving Aaron and Karen.
It's giving I'm acting like I want to wait because I'm trying to be holier now, but I really want to give you.
But to that though, what if he truly wanted to wait and we just talked about the enemy grad?
Okay, but what he said is he says something to the extent in his little confessional videos that he wants to wait, but it's like. Basically, like if you have a little slip up or something, then you know
it makes it okay.
Get back.
Why does he want to wait?
I don't know. It's his faith reasons. Okay. But I say I don't know about Cornelius only because he was kind of planning for the fall. But he might. Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Let me. He's the nice guy, right? Again, Southern charmer. Now listen. Exactly. Right. But listen, he also is the kind of guy who doesn't want to.
Supposed to be planning.
Yeah, that's what he. It's kind of the plan.
Oh my god!
But listen, he's a nice guy who doesn't really like to hurt some people's feelings. Okay.
Oh.
What do y'all think about that? He doesn't want to hurt the lady's feelings.
Hurt her by telling her I don't want to What's her?
No. If someone's interested in him,
So he do sympathy too.
kind of, I guess he is a little bit of a sympathy dater.
Don't do that.
It's not that he's unattracted, but he kind of makes a woman feel as if she has all of his attention, even though
He also a nice guy.
He wants Courtney,
Yeah.
but it's someone else who wants him, and we're gonna get to her. And he gives her. It was his initial connection with the other girl. Her name is Camille, but he started talking to Courtney. He likes Courtney as well, but with the energy that Camille's giving, it's kind of like he doesn't want to hurt her feelings. And telling her that, hey, I like you. I'm going to still like try to get to know you, but I also want to get to know Courtney.
I feel like you owe people that. Like if Camille is giving, I'm trying to be exclusive with you, you owe it to Camille to be like, I'm not on that same page, because you're either gonna hurt her now or you're gonna hurt her later. So I think it's better to hurt somebody in the early stages, not intentionally, but just with being honest.
But just being honest.
Versus I'm gonna string you along, but ooh, I actually like Courtney more. Cause now my feelings all attached. We've been doing this for 6 months.
Mm-hmm. To your point though, there's another guy on here. He's not on my list, but there's another guy. He is a veteran, and he does battle with like PTSD and stuff of that nature, right? He does kind of come off as like a shell of a person almost, as far as he's not really in touch with himself emotionally. And I can understand why. But here's the thing. This is where I'm bringing this point in. Because he had a connection with another woman who's not on my list. And at some point, they have been talking, I guess, on the phone and stuff that they don't show on the show. Mm-hmm. Built a connection. But he kind of called her one day and was like, yeah, I don't like want to continue this with you.
Okay.
He didn't tell her why. Well, at that moment he didn't tell her why. He later kind of put it on her as far as why, when really the real reason was it was somebody else who he was interested in.
Why do y'all just say it? Why do y'all feel like y'all doing us, men or women, doing us a favor?
You're making it worse.
You're literally making it worse, because by the time you do all that, we're invested. And now the damage is already done. Well, you could have just let me off. I can heal if it got to that point.
Yeah, because it's easier for me to get over 3 months than it is 3 years.
3 years.
Okay, but also listen, the woman was very upset, but she felt mishandled by how direct he was. So when you said about being honest, initially, my question is, he told her, I don't think there's ever a good way to tell someone I'm no longer interested in you. That's what he told her. So when he came out the gate, he did come off kind of hard, but again, he kind of already has that disposition.
So was it the tone? Was that her issue?
I think it was the tone and the lack of explanation and everything else. So she wanted more clarity. What do you guys think about
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
The older I get, the more closure and clarity means nothing.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, if you're not interested, you're not interested. I don't need you to clarify why.
Exactly. Like I'm okay.
Well,
like, bye. Because at the end of the day, it's like,
well, what is it
now you're telling me reasons that could possibly make me feel like there's a problem with me.
And the reasons why that person may not be interested could be the very reason why somebody else is. So I don't want you to be like, oh, I'm not interested because you do this, and the other person is like, I love this about you, that you're so. I don't care. If you're not interested, you're not interested. I don't need clarity. We just gonna move on.
She sounds like she was struggling with she was struggling with that
sensitive.
Little maybe highly sensitive.
Okay.
Right. But
I'd rather you.
I think her name was Carrie.
Yeah, I'd rather you hurt my feelings like sooner than later, because later it's gonna be a lot more.
And then I'll be mad.
Okay, but do you think that he should have been honest and say, and not put it on her, but just say, because he said that his issue with why he did not want to continue is because she he called her aggressive, saying that she had texted him in the middle of the night after seeing him talk to someone else. She had texted him like, are you still interested in me, or something like that. And I guess that was a turn off for him.
So sis, you can be direct like that, but then you mad when he direct and say no.
So, but should he have just said, instead of saying it's aggression, should he have just been like, I'm actually interested in someone else?
I think so. If it wasn't really the aggression that made him feel that way, then yes. Because at this point, you're lying. You're making me feel insecure about trying to be direct. So in that sense, it sounds like not really what it was.
Trying to not make him seem like the bad guy.
Yeah, when he was.
I get you. Yeah. All right, we're gonna stay with him real quick. Again, he went on my nose, so we're gonna stay with him because he got another connection with another woman, and you know what he said to this woman? He said, "I think she could be my wife."
Oh.
Now we are only in episode 3. Is it given too soon, or is it given a man who knows? Again, over 30.
Look, y'all know how I feel about that statement.
I think
y'all know how I feel about it, especially early on.
I think if you keep it to yourself, it's
right.
But don't tell me that on day 2.
Please don't tell me that.
I'm gonna be like,
I'm gonna be out the door.
I'm gonna think that's a little.
Cause no, I'm not.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm saying, like, I think sometimes you should wait until things start to manifest before you say, I knew. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask how.
Okay, so you're saying don't be on the proactive with it, be on the reactive with it. Like, tell me on the back end.
Tell me on the back end after it's
that from day 3, I knew.
Right, because your actions are going to show me that you know that it's me.
I agree.
I don't necessarily want to know, because sometimes people be like, the Lord told me.
Don't do that.
To put the offering in. That
don't do that to me.
Don't, because you're gonna creep me out.
Exactly.
And he may have really said that to you, but let's just wait and see what happens.
Because what's yours is yours.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's
so
just
tell me afterwards.
Just let your actions speak that this is what you believe God said.
Because not you about to.
Because I mean that can happen.
It could.
Yeah, but just
wait.
Keep to yourself.
Just keep it.
Because I ain't saying I can't be hurt.
We're gonna move on to our last person. Okay, and this person, her name is Camille Cornelius. Okay, y'all remember Cornelius, the nice one? Okay, the one who doesn't want to hurt people's feelings. Well, Camille was his first connection. And let me tell you something. Camille's a teacher. Camille is in her 30s. Camille has asked about his credit score.
Period.
Mother, we grown. We trying to get a house.
Okay, because that's valid.
It's the first date though.
That's another thing, but that's not in marriage.
Now, let me tell you something. That's one portion of it. Is it too soon to ask?
Oh, absolutely.
I think she asked him upon the first conversation.
Here's my
what's your credit score?
I think when it comes to like finances and things, I think those conversations happen more the closer you realize, okay, this is somebody I probably want to be with.
Yeah, it involves both of y'all because y'all are coming. But aside from that, if y'all just dating or if y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, you're dating.
That's not your business.
We don't. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Listen to this though. So she asked him about his credit score. All right. We later found out after another date that they go on. He asked her if she has any debt. She says, yes, I have student loans. He says, oh, I don't have any debt other than my mortgage.
Did he not go to school or something?
I think he did go to school.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you got that.
But your mortgage is...
But debt. Outside of that, he doesn't have any other debt. Now, you know, they have good and bad debt. You know, that your mortgage is not going to really make a big difference.
Right.
But his thing was, she was like, oh, this man can pay my bills and take care of me. Oh, and she was saying like, oh, but you know, they call school loans like the good debt. You can carry that until you die. And he said, oh, no, we can't. We can't do that. My thing with Camille, and this is my question here just on this first one, it's giving expectations that you do not meet. If you're asking for someone because you want them to be able to take care of you or to pay your student loans,
no, you don't.
But and that's the thing. I feel like there are really women out here who are like that. Why do you feel like somebody needs to take care of you? Yeah, why do you feel like that? And that's something that we can't act like with weight and things like that. We can't ask men to be okay if we want them to look a certain way, but then we don't care about how we look. That goes over into every area. I'm not going to be expecting you to have a, 800 credit score and mine is at 250, 300. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to do that because we coming in this together. And
not
your
only
mess
that,
is my mess.
you probably have zero intention on a plan of paying off
Of fixing, yes.
Oh, and it sounds like she did.
No, but she did have a plan. It was him.
Right. Oh, okay.
He was a player.
That's why she asking about what's your credit score.
Right.
Like, let's see how
I'm over here thinking, well, let me make sure I'm getting in the situation.
Camille is
no,
giving,
she was giving gold.
She's scheming. That's what that sounds like.
Now let me tell you something.
What's that one scammer's name?
Joanne.
She's giving Joanne.
Yeah.
Now another thing with Miss Camille, honey, she moves too fast. Okay. Because she's already calling Cornelius her boyfriend. She's already calling Cornelius her man.
She's crazy.
And she said that, I think I am ready to love. Y'all know that's the name of the show. She says, I am ready to love Cornelius. Okay? Now, again, we are only on episode, 3 or 4 of the show. They have only gone on, a certain amount of days.
That's what I'm saying.
Only known each other for a few weeks. And
in 2 days.
it's actually also very possessive and jealous because Cornelius feels that he has to give her his attention, because if he talks to someone else, she's crying or she's mad.
Why did you come on a show, Camille?
She's very mad. She set up a date with Courtney, Walter, Cornelius, and herself, just so she could see how Cornelius and Courtney acts together.
She's crazy.
Yeah,
she be the type of one to wake up in the middle of the night with a knife over you.
Yeah, she's giving
Or a pillow.
Or yeah.
Yeah, Cornelius, you don't need Courtney or Camille.
You need to go on ahead and get on off that show.
She also talks down to him. She gave somebody a hug or something like that, and she got really upset about it. Called him a country bumpkin. Said that he was having a goofy smile over there with the girl, saying he was looking all dumb and all these other things. What do you think about a woman talking down to the man she's supposed to be interested in?
She's a narcissist.
You're not interested. You're interested in yourself, because from the beginning you already scheming to figure out how he can pay off your student loans. Now you possessive because you mad he smell. This is the point of the show.
You're literally setting up an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Like on live television.
Yeah, that's embarrassing. You need to get off the show.
These people are a piece of work.
They have counselors on this show.
They do
Right.
not.
Because
They need Yolanda. They on the same
These
network.
are not the same. This is the same as who?
Yolanda.
Y'all
But no, seriously, because that's really.
If y'all can catch, look at me giving free promo. Y'all can catch on. Y'all can catch Ready to Love on.
And Queen
But-
Sugar.
Friday night.
On a serious note, I think oftentimes people ignore those signs though. Like, that's somebody who for real needs help, and they'll have you feeling bad because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing on the show.
And honestly too, to that point, we have to forget, we put a lot of the onus on men for different things, but women can have these same exact terrible characteristics and traits.
We think men only
men have. Women can be manipulative, they can be possessive, they can be disrespectful, they can be abusive, they can be all these things. They can be liars and cheaters, etc. Users. So
it can look different or it can look the same.
The exact same, just a different gender.
So I just wanted to bring the girls the types of singles that are out there.
This is what's out there.
Don't any of this. Just go on ahead and keep on moving.
This is not all the people who are on this show, but these are some.
One good one.
I didn't bring any good ones because listen.
Are there any good ones?
No.
This is the key though. Maybe. Here's the key though. The thing is, the point of this video is for us to be aware of the types of singles that are out there and the types of characteristics that people have. Sometimes we don't notice it. It's easy to watch and point out things, but sometimes in live action, you don't really get it
out.
Initially. So maybe this video will help you
pay attention
and realize that actually maybe I'm talking to somebody who like Walter, and you got a trauma bond, and we don't want
that for you.
We don't want that for you.
Well,
I'm sorry. You also need to be aware. Some people may have more than one characteristic. You may have trauma. You may have crazy pain.
You may got the shapeshifter.
You may be having it all, honey. It's
just be watchful.
Treacherous out here.
It is. It can be.
It can be.
But you know what? Get you a kingdom-minded man.
Or just stay content in your singleness.
You do both.
Stay content in your singleness and get you a kingdom-minded man or woman, somebody of value.
Yes.
And with that said, don't forget to like share, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think of this video. Do you watch Ready to Love? Do you think any of these singles maybe is worse than the others? Okay. Do you think any of these singles can be rehabilitated?
Would you date any?
Would you date any of them?
What's the name of Ready? It needs to be Ready for Therapy.
You know what?
She ain't said a lie yet.
She hasn't lied on that though. That's true. We will catch y'all in the next video. Follow us on Instagram at Girl and Beauty.
And if you are a counselor, put your information.
All right, we'll see y'all next time.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.